crowds in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Washington football team. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Sanders. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll run with Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Elliott. And his throw is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Elliott, flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Mayfield.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A first down throw from Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out. And
we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down now, it's Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Mayfield looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Mayfield off the play fake. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Von Bell up to make the tackle. We're scoreless after one.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 16, Mayfield. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Elijah Mitchell.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like... And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Now again, right side. Mitchell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
15 yards the pickup, 1st down Washington.
They'll try the left side. Mitchell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They go play action. Mayfield. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jannard Avery gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Washington on 3rd down.
A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw, Mayfield. He's got it.
Touchdown, Washington. Elijah Mitchell.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Elliott. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
First down, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
To throw on second down, Elliott. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Looking to throw, Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. Elliott. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the gun, Elliott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He's at the 50. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to thank the front office and the coaching staff. have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Escaping the pressure right.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
A gain of 32 that time.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mayfield to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. Now the ball comes loose.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football defensively.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Looking to throw on second down. Elliott. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. Touchdown, Washington. Elijah Moore.
His second touchdown on the season.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Taken from about the 12. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Back to throw. Elliott. Flushed out right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Operating from the gun, Elliott.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down. Looking to throw. Elliott. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Elliott. Flush to his right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Elliott. Open man has got one. It's complete. Pushing his way through. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Elliott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw again. Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Mayfield on play action. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Launching one for Henderson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone. And that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be? And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Sanders a 1st down, still going as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 49.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
78 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Throwing on 1st down. Elliott eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. There he goes right side.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows?